Hi, do you have really bad back pain that's really sore and no matter what you do, it kind of doesn't really go away?
Welcome to QiMastery with Eileen Jong. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.
I started Qigong back in the 90s because I had seriously bad back pain and there was knee injuries, carpal tunnel syndrome, and my medical doctor just simply said to take pain medication and increase the dosage of it gradually and told me that 80% of all Americans have back pain and I'll always be on pain medications. So I left the clinic saying to myself, and through a series of synchronicities, I met my Qigong master and I did a lot of different Qigong and different healers rather. And finally, with my Qigong master, then everything else changed. So I'm here to do a little bit of 12 Treasures Qigong with you. Hi, my name is Eileen Jong. I am a licensed acupuncturist, herbalist, and Qigong instructor here in the Silicon Valley Bay Area, and I hope you'll join me for some back pain relief with the 12 Treasures Qigong. Today is day 16 of our 28-day parts series of February. Okay, I always like to start with the padding because at that time when I was really sick, that's all I could do. And even till today, it's easy, it's reassuring, and even if I'm lying down and I really can't get up, I can still do a little something, a little qigong to help me without meds. Okay, padding up and down and all around. We've been doing a series of different 12 treasures qigong today. Today, let's do the tracing. We're not going to repeat all of them because I really want to get to the one for today. It's called playing with chi ball, and I think you'll really like that. So the last few days, after we do the tracing meridians, we do the chi shower or pull down the heavens, and sometimes this one's the big guy. If you remember, this was really, really nice. When I had bad back pain, my back was very stiff, and this is all I did. It wasn't even flowing, but that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. What you do need to is to try to be as consistent as you can. Do a little bit every day, and slowly it'll come. Eventually, the idea is that between the low back, L2, 3, 4, the vertebral disc, that you're breathing, expanding the chest, the sternum, so you can lift up the low back. It might be very stiff, very, very sore, so may not be quite possible at this time for your practice, but do the best you can and allow for the palms to gently be floating up for the big guy and down. Good. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. And three, two, one. Then let the low hands, the hands float toward the low back behind you for the embrace the world. And then three, two, one. We did a little bit of reverse rowboat or knead the dough. This is really good for the, you notice that the sea flow of the Qigong is circles, okay? Because when you have stiffness, tightness, yeah, usually I'm sitting stiff all day. And this was at a very stressful job, and my joints were all stiff at the computer, right? So Qi circles, reverse circles with the knead the dough are very helpful because circles have no kinks, no corners. And even though we have many bones in the body, we have six big joints. The six big joints are shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, hip, knee, and ankle. Yeah, of these six big joints, the ones that help us move the shoulder, the wrist, the hips, and the ankle. Yeah, those are rotational. Okay, and just the elbow and the knee are hinges, right? So you really want to try to let the elbow completely open. When it's all open, can no longer open anymore, then you let your hips sink and sit. Good. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and then forward rowboat. Okay. Nice. Okay. So if you want the other Qigongs that we did, look at the earlier videos. We did uh, a lot of dog paddle, okay, and front ways, back ways, and so forth, okay. But today now we're just going to simply go into the walk in place. Walk and play. Is to still have the same idea that you're coordinating the same side of the body, the right side in this case, palm up and heel up, the right and then down. Okay, nice. And so when you have bad back pain, is you get to shift weight, yeah. So one side at a time. You don't have to support from gravity, right? And so that it can relax the muscle groups, the meridians in my tradition. Okay. And so when I used to have really bad back pain, this was wonderful. Embrace the world and this one, walk in place. Okay. Then you want to take it easy because you're injured or you're sore. Good. Nice. And then do the reverse circle. Circles help to relax the body. Yeah, how nice, right? Good. All right, so now these are reverse circles, right? It's perpendicular to the ground. And now bring in front of you, a little closer, I'll come. Okay. And still same side of the heel up, same palm up, down. Yes. And so actually feel, just a second. You bring the hands far away and closer, far away. Do you feel maybe a little bit more tingly, like a magnetic feeling when your palms is closed? And then far now, feels a bit more stretchy. That's your chi. I hope you can feel that at home, even through video, okay? But so when you're doing walk in place here, we're doing walk in place closer. This is usually at the hip. Now we're doing it a bit closer. Then you can feel a little bit more, right? Good. Now for full of you, let me step back, right? And then now widen the stance. You don't have to have the heel up and down. Widen the stance and still allow for the palms to be going a little backwards, right? So that when the hips sit, the knee bend a bit. Yeah, good. The palm coming up, down. Yes, right? And you still hopefully feel a little bit more of the connection. Yeah, good. And then now, as we're doing the reverse cycling of the walk in place, right? Imagine slice the legs, the feet, front and back. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 half, right? And you're going to pivot, turn the wrist a little bit more. So that when the right palm comes forward, your weight is on the right ball of feet. Right palm comes back on the right heel. Left palm forward on the left ball of feet. Left heel, and so forth. Okay. So You're still basically doing this reverse little circles, right? But now a little bit pivot, and there's a figure eight. It's not just your hands moving, but rather the hip is also going, sinking down toward the heel as the left palm comes down, and then coming up. You're now on the right ball of the feet, and your right palm starts to scoop, and then from the weight onto the right heel, and then across again. Good. So it is basically the reverse circles of walk in place, but now we sort of put a little pivot on it, a little twist, so it becomes a figure eight. Yeah, so your circle. And then now you can do the flip over the opposite direction. Make sure to do opposite direction too. And it's gonna feel maybe a little bit odd one way or the other. It depends on whether or not you're right-handed, left-handed. Yeah. Nice, beautiful, good. And there you go, Shibo. And then come back to the way that's comfortable that you started with. Okay, good. Standing Chibo. Inhale, exhale, relax. Beautiful, lovely. I hope you like that. That's the end of the day 16 in our 28-day February series for 12 Treasures Qigong. Please like, share, comment, hashtag 12TQG, save it. And I will see you in the next video for part 17 of the next one. Bye for now, and love to all.
Thanks for watching. Continue your healing journey with any of these videos.